let's get into building now and growing our business, okay? Because ultimately, the biggest advantage that I see that we have in our model is the ability to not work by ourselves. You know, I love sitting down with families, educating them, putting plans together with them. I had a really busy week of that this week. Brought in multiple accounts, did active money management. We did some annuities, we did insurance, we did several different products. But I'm going to tell you, the appointment that for me personally was my most exciting appointment that I had with Angelo. And that appointment was about bringing in a new business partner. And because this gentleman that I met, is a friend of my son goes to school with his daughter. And we just naturally are starting to get to know each other. It naturally happened. And it turns out this gentleman is looking for a way, he's looking for a better opportunity. He's capped out at what he's doing. Do you know anybody like that? Maybe you were that person, right? So what I challenge you to do is not just focus in on what you're going to get out of it, focus in on sharing this with other people. And if the person is really serious about building this business and they really want to learn, that's what this whole thing that we built, this entire platform that we have here is to help to assist you and help you develop and building that practice. That's the whole point, right? And so that's where now you start to leverage your time. And the beauty of that is now we're think about this, right? We can only be talking with one client at one time, right? But when you build a team of people, right? When you have a business, while I was out there serving my clients this week, I had team members who are out there doing the same thing, servicing other people, sharing our opportunities, sharing our business. So that's why how you can multiply your efforts. We can reach more people. And then, of course, obviously, the advantage is we make money from doing that as well. So we're able to impact and make a difference and at the same time make more money. Because what I realize, what I see a lot in the corporate world, not every case, it's not the case for everybody, but what I see is let's say I go out there and the only way I'm going to make more money is I got to work more hours. I got to continue to rise up. And it ends up being a more demand and more stress on schedule. Where here, actually, because we can duplicate ourselves, we can increase our income, not necessarily by taking on a tremendous amount more work. Why? Because we can leverage our time, right? And so one of the best groups of people to focus in on is the big five. So a simple question, right? If you've seen this before, that's great. What's been your effort towards actually contacting people in this area? Have you talked to your CPA or tax preparer? CPA is just a designation that tax preparers get, right? It's a great one, certified public accountant, but there's a lot of offices out there that have tax preparers that help sit down with people and help them with the taxes all the time. And think about it. When you go see your accountant, okay, they know everything about you for the most. I mean, they may not know your debt, but they know all of what? Your income. They know your assets. They got your social security number. These are the most trusted people financially for most people out there. And so their clients come in and they look at them, okay, this person going to help me with my taxes. They know everything about me. Here's my investments, right? Here's what I earn. So imagine you can offer them an opportunity to partner with us. And I tell you, people that work in this field, what I've noticed is once they get educated about the products and services that they can be offering their clients, same people they already talked to, same people they already have a relationship with, and now they can offer another service to them and they can increase their income. They love the idea of it. Now, you can get involved in so many different ways. They can refer it. They can get licensed or refer it to you or to a specialist, and they can earn money that way. Or they can become licensed and learn it themselves and be the one who actually specializes in the area and helps them implement those strategies. I tell you, that one is in one of the biggest untapped markets. I have people like that in our organization. I know we have several in this team, okay? Mortgage brokers, right? They're helping people with their homes, right? Refinance. Once again, highly trusted position. They really got all your knowledge, right? So think about the amount of information you had to give your mortgage broker or your banker, right? Especially if they work independently. They've got this trust. They've got this client base. Now you come in, you show them what's possible by offering our services and the kind of income that they can make. And then we go to realtor and property and casualty and attorney and health insurance. And I tell you, I've had success in every one of those areas. And many of the people here in our group have had it and generated revenue and profit from bringing these type of people in. And it's great. They're making money. We're making money. And now we're reaching a new market of people and we're helping more people as well. What about family prospect list, right? Like, what do we mean by family prospect list? I mean, you sit down with your spouse, right? Maybe your spouse has been asking for, I don't know, a new vehicle, or wants to send a kid to a better school, or whatever it is that your spouse wants. Maybe it's save more money for retirement, pay down debt, right? Remodel the home, right? Well, sit down and say, well, hey, this is an opportunity for us to go out there. The more people we can share this with, right? The more people we can help, the more revenue we can generate for ourselves. So you sit down with your spouse or significant other, or maybe it's parents, right? Whatever, no matter where you are, wherever you have those relationships, and write that list down of people, right, that can benefit from financial education. How about people you haven't seen in years? I know I'm pretty excited, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm going to be going to my 25-year high school reunion. It's just, when I think about it, it's still, I can't believe it. 25-year high school reunion is coming up next month. So I'm looking forward to going there and just talking. And when I go out and I talk to my friends or people that I went to school with, it's a natural conversation that people talk, hey, what do you do, right? Well, you tell them, what do you do? So I'm a financial advocate. I think that's a great way to present yourself. What do they mean? Well, so I help educate people how money works. How simple is that, right? And then just kind of pause and ask them. And then you can gauge a lot when you're talking with people if they're currently happy with their career. Here's what the statistics show. There's an 80% chance they're not happy. There's an 80% chance that there's something about what they're doing, whether it's lack of pay or they don't like what they're doing, or maybe they love being a teacher, but man, they're just tired of the bureaucracy they got to deal with, right? Can't tell you how many medical professionals that I've sat down with that they love helping people. They love healthcare. They like being a nurse. They like being physicians, but you know what they don't like? They don't like the system that they got to deal with. And it's really changed over the last 20, 30 years. And some of them don't want to do it anymore. And they're looking for another way out, right? So there's countless people, alumni from college, past jobs, right? What about people that you worked with before? Maybe you didn't feel comfortable contacting them at the time that you worked there. Maybe some of you have been here with us a little bit, and you're at a job. You're like, well, I don't know if I should approach my coworker. You know, I'm not supposed to solicit at work. What if you don't work there anymore, right? Here's a great opportunity for you to go back. Or if you are working with somebody, what you do outside of work is a whole different story, right? Say, hey, I'd like to grab a drink for you. I'd like to talk with you. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing or whatever. Just keep it social and just let people know. People need to know what you're doing. The more people know what you're doing, the better. The better chance that they're going to be interested or they're going to know somebody that's interested. Neighborhood families. I was the gentleman that we just met with this past week, right? Just people that you're going to meet, right? New people move in, people move out, right? I tell you, I see a massive opportunity with not only the millennials, right? With young people with young families. Well, you know what kids equal? Expensive. That's what kids equal joy, love, and there's nothing that makes me happier than my two boys. Nothing. They're 3 and 6 years old. I love them to death, right? But they also cost a lot of money. It's going to be $300,000 for them to go to a state college. People just, it can't happen. It's going to blow up. You know what? I hope that there's a bubble in education. But you know what? Hope isn't a plan. And so there's a lot of people out there concerned, right? And then we have this huge generation of baby boomers. We have these empty nesters, right? The fastest growing people starting a business are women over the age of 50. Did you know that, right? They probably, in a lot of cases, they've already raised their kids, and maybe their kids are off to college or out of the house, and, you know, they've put raising kids maybe has been their top priority, or if they've been dual career, been a mom and at the same time a career woman. Wow, talk about busy people, right? And now they've gotten a little bit more, maybe they got more time now on their hands, or they just need to make more money. Maybe it's a single mom, right? Or single father, right? Looking for ways to make money. Parents of children's friends. LinkedIn, right? That's another opportunity. Let people know. People are if you're not on LinkedIn, you got to sign up for that. There are so many ways to get into that and leverage that. Facebook, right? Facebook could be utilized for business big time, right? Why do you think the company is worth so much money now? Because of their advertisements. They're doing business, right? You go on there and you share pictures with your family, and that's exciting, right? Because you get to see people, right? You can find almost anybody on Facebook, but man, Facebook's there to make money, right? And that's why they do advertising. What about you? How can you advertise what you do and share it? Well, there's rules you have to follow. But I think if you just let people know, hey, I show people how money works, I think that's great. right? And I think if you mix that up, I'm not an expert by any means, but if you study some of the people in our group here, how they do it, they just let people know what's going on from time to time, and they create curiosity that way. But I think one of the best tools that Facebook allows you, it's a way for you to reach people, because there's billions of people on Facebook. Almost everybody has a Facebook account. So maybe you don't know how to locate somebody or contact somebody, but you do a search for their name, you'll probably find them on Facebook. And then you have Instagram and Twitter. Existing clients has been a huge base for me. People that have been investing and entrusting in me and our group with their money. People who are investing on a monthly basis or have invested lump sums of money, and you're managing that. I mean, those are people who trust you the most, right? And remember, trust is a big part of it. Go back to them, ask for referrals. Of course, make sure we're servicing them, make sure that they're happy, and then ask for referrals. And if they're happy, they'll be glad to give you that, because once again, most people don't have that financial guidance. How about church or synagogue? Okay, people that you go, you see on a Sunday or a Saturday, right? Religious organizations. This has been my experience. People of faith are very good potential prospects for what we do. I don't want to get into the whole psychology of it, but these tend to be family-oriented people. They believe in something greater than themselves, and they love their family. And usually these people will do anything to provide a better life for their family. I'm not saying the people who are not. I'm just saying that that's just what typically happens with people that are really religious organizations. And so once they get educated, because I've done classes in churches, I have pastors as clients, all different, from small to big, and I just go in there and I use the Heartland, one of the approaches that I use that I found to be the most effective way to do it. And the reason I think Heartland is the most effective way to do it is because it's a nonprofit. And sometimes what happens when you go into church organizations, there are members who work for, let's say, another company. Maybe they work for Nationwide and they run a nationwide agency. They just work for Nationwide, right? So they're offering their product. So now that person says, well, man, why'd you bring that person who came in from, let's say, Transamerica or WFG, when I offer that? So sometimes there's a conflict, and those organizations won't let you in because they can create conflict with their parishioners. But when you go in with the nonprofit and you go in with the Heartland, that objection is taken away, and then you give them that pure education. And of course, that can be around college funding. That's a hot topic today. Our college planning program through Heartland is amazing, and then of course the classes that we teach, right? So that's a grassroots support approach. Then you have networking groups, right? Online and live. Some of you are really good online, right? I mean, think about it. You could communicate, like right now, we're communicating all the people we have on here because we're leveraging the internet. Well, the same thing with the networking groups. There's networking groups online, right? And of course, go them face to face. I think when you leverage technology to reach people and touch them, I think that's powerful. And then obviously, if they can meet you, if it's possible, that human interaction, nothing can replace it. Online definitely helps, right? Because obviously we're able to do this because of that. And referrals. One of the most successful guys in our company is a 7-figure earner. His secret was simple. Every single client, he asked for one referral. Not 10, not 20. What his secret is he says one. His mentality is everyone will give you one referral. Now, if you can get more than that, hats off to you. But one referral. Think every client you got. So if I get one client this week, I get one referral. That's a potential client next week, right? And I continue to build that. You have so many referrals in your pipeline, you'll be busy every single day of the week. National list of contacts in all 50 states. One of the reasons why we're having this here today, because some of you, of course, are in Florida or East Coast or West Coast, wherever you are. We know people all over the country. And with this platform, with WealthWave and what we're creating here with our group, we can now reach everyone. We can reach the masses, right? And so we need to have an assignment, though, okay? Knowledge is power if it's implemented, right? One of the things I learned from president of the Heartland Institute of Financial Education, Alan Geppinger, he says, education without implementation is of little value, right? That's one of the reasons why there's so many diet books out there. There's so many ways to get in shape, right? Because and I can't tell you how many people I've met that they've read all those books, but unfortunately, they're not implementing that. It's the same thing in business, right? We can give you knowledge, and we give you this platform. We give you all the tools. We'll even go out and do appointments with you. We'll work with you. But at the end of the day, you got to take action. And most of us, when we start something new, okay, I know I was, we have a certain fear that holds us back, right? Well, fear is a luxury you cannot afford if you're going to be in business. You got to feel the fear and do it anyway. Almost any time you have to do something new, there's going to be a little bit of fear, right? I may be really good at now financial planning, right, and helping families and doing that and gotten comfortable with that. That's awesome. But what about going out there and building your business and bringing someone into your business and guiding them and showing them how they can build their own company and they can take ownership? I'm telling you, that is for me, that is the greatest feeling in the world, to watch a person come into this business and then see the value of what we do, buy into it, buy into our mission, and then start living that mission, and then start building a business for themselves. Man, there's nothing like it, because with that one person equals infinite clients, infinite business, and infinite people being reached. But you got to stay on there. We got to stick to our assignments, right? So here's our assignment. Our recommended assignment for the week: redo or create your prospect or share list, right? Call it a prospect list, call it a share list. It's people you want to share with what we do, right? When was the last time you did that, okay? Do you find yourself just calling the same people over and over again? Or no, Anthony, I'm adding new people all the time. Well, if you're doing it, great, just keep doing it. Just continue to fill that pipeline, right? Send a minimum of 5 or more videos to prospects, okay? If you're a licensed agent, every single one of you has access to our How Money Works videos, which are available right online under Campaign Manager. If you're not sure how to set that up, there's videos on our Business Building on Demand website I'm going to cover here at the end. So send a minimum of 5 or more videos to prospects, right? Just say, hey, I want to share do you mind if I send you a video? I want to share what I'm doing. Most people will be like, okay, sure. Share the video and then follow up and see if they watched it. And if they watch it, say, hey, what's your thoughts on it? Say, oh, it's pretty cool. Do you have any interest in learning more? I'm good. Okay, great. Do you know anybody that's interested? Yeah, I think I know someone. Or they're going to say, oh, yeah, actually, I'd like to learn a little bit more about it. So then you can choose. You can do a face-to-face, or you can just set up a webinar, right? You can use this platform, Zoom. In fact, Zoom will allow you to do, you can use Zoom for free up to like 40 minutes a session. I think that's how it works, right? So you can go in and you can do a Zoom and then talk to them a little bit more about what we do, right? Elaborate on that. And if they're really serious about it and they live in the local area, and come out to the office, or once again, you can do a Zoom meeting and show them how this entirely digital platform works. Number 3, set up and complete 2 follow-up meetings. So important, right? All the activity, all the sharing, everything we do is all about setting up those follow-up meetings. Once again, via webinar, face-to-face, whatever works for you. It's critical. Now, you notice it says set up and complete 2 follow-up meetings. If I set up 2 meetings, does that mean I'm going to complete 2 meetings? In my experience, maybe. But I'm going to tell you that most of the time you're going to get reschedules, okay? So if I want to have 2 meetings this week, if I want a really strong probability that those 2 meetings are going to actually happen, in my experience, you've got to set up about 6. Because if I set up 6 meetings, 6 individual people that want to meet, even if 4 of them are scheduled for whatever reason, doesn't matter the reason, 2 of them are most likely going to want to meet. And if I can get 2 meetings, in my experience, one of them is probably going to want to do something with you, either become a client, maybe be interested in partnering and become part of our business. But the key is getting those meetings to happen, okay?